Malaga Radio.
Freshly squeezed.
The juice on all the daily events along the coast.
With just a little bit of zest.
This week, Music and Nightlife is not one long line of concerts. It is a choice between very different settings. Jazz in a public park, major shows inside a Marbella quarry, food and music beside Castillo Sohail, candlelight in a Grand Hotel, underground club nights in Torremolinos, and a Sunday daytime beach club event in Estepona.
So the useful question is not only which artist you recognize, it is what kind of evening or daytime event you want to build around them. The geography matters too. Malaga City, Torremolinos, Fuengirola, Marbella, and Estepona all offer something different, and some of these programs finish long after ordinary coastal transport patterns become less convenient.
We begin on Monday, the 3rd of August in Torremolinos, where the Thea Paulsrud Sextet performs as part of Summer Jazz at Parque de la Batería. Public access begins from 9 in the evening, with the concert starting at 9:30.
Entry is free, and no reservation requirement is shown. That makes this one of the simplest musical choices of the week, an open-air concert in a public park rather than a ticketed arena or late-night club.
Thea Paulsrud brings a vocal style that moves between jazz, soul, blues, and pop influence. And Parque de la Batería gives the evening a very different atmosphere from an indoor listening room. There is space around the music. The park settles into the night, and the audience can arrive without the pressure of a formal concert hall.
The important distinction is that this is a Monday evening cultural event, not a club night. It begins early enough to work as the main evening plan without automatically becoming an after-midnight commitment.
From Torremolinos, we move west to Marbella and the Cantera de Nagueles, where Starlite Occident changes musical identity almost every night this week. The setting is part of the experience, a natural quarry turned into an auditorium, with the rock walls surrounding the stage.
The confirmed Week 32 auditorium program begins on Tuesday the 4th with Sergio Dalma. Wednesday the 5th brings Gente de Zona. Thursday the 6th features De La Osa. Friday the 7th brings Alvaro de Luna and Neil Moliner. And Saturday the 8th closes this part of the week with Soleá Morente, Yeray Cortez, and Estrella Morente.
That sequence moves through several versions of Spanish and Latin popular music. Sergio Dalma brings romantic pop and a familiar catalog. Gente de Zona shifts the quarry into a more rhythmic Latin and Caribbean setting. De La Osa changes the energy again with contemporary Spanish rap. Then Alvaro de Luna and Neil Moliner bring a radio-friendly pop rock night before Saturday turns toward flamenco through the Morente family and Yeray Cortez.
The venue remains the same, but the audience and atmosphere can change completely from one evening to the next. Starlight is in Marbella at Cantera de Nagueles, and it should be treated as a destination concert rather than a casual stop between unrelated plans.
And Saturday's program is particularly interesting because it connects different generations and directions within flamenco. Estrella Morente carries a powerful traditional presence. Soleá Morente often moves between flamenco and more experimental contemporary sound, and Yeray Cortez brings the guitar into the center of the evening.
The practical decision is which night fits your taste, then how you plan the full journey around a late concert. Do not assume that public transport will still match the event ending time, and check the organizer's current admission arrangements before setting out.
Further east in Fuengirola, MareNostrum hosts 3 completely separate events across the same weekend. They use 2 different stages, so it is important not to hear them as one continuous festival.
First, on Thursday the 6th and Friday the 7th, Bocata Fest takes place at the Escenario Fundación Unicaja inside Castillo Sohail. It runs from 7 in the evening until midnight.
Bocata Fest combines a food program with live concerts, DJ sessions, and an artisan market. In food and hospitality, this week we explore the gastronomic side properly. Here, the useful thing is the format. It is an evening built around moving between food, music, and the castle setting rather than sitting through one conventional concert.
When booking, visitors choose an arrival window of 7 o'clock or 8:30. Those are admission windows, not separate short sessions. Once inside, the event continues through the evening.
Then on Saturday the 8th, MareNostrum shifts to the much larger Escenario Unicaja for Satisfaction 30+3. Doors open at 6 in the evening.
The confirmed headline billing includes Underworld performing live, Sven Väth and Bonobo. This is a long-form electronic event rather than a single headline concert, so the experience begins well before midnight.
Underworld Live brings a performance energy that is very different from a standard DJ set. Sven Vath represents a long history of European techno culture, while Bonobo moves through a more melodic and wide-ranging electronic sound. The scale of the Seafront Arena suits that progression from daylight into night.
And on Sunday the 9th, MareNostrum returns to the Escenario Fundación Unicaja inside Castillo Sohail for Gypsy Kings, featuring Andre Reyes. Doors open at 8 in the evening with the show beginning at 10.
That brings the weekend into rumba, flamenco pop, and songs that many visitors will recognize almost immediately. The Castle Stage makes it a different Sunday choice from the Electronic Arena the night before, even though both events carry the MareNostrum name.
So the distinction is clear. Bocata Fest uses the Castle Stage on Thursday and Friday. Satisfaction uses the larger Escenario Unicaja on Saturday. Gypsy Kings, featuring Andre Reyes, returns to the Castle Stage on Sunday.
Our other major Sunday option starts much earlier. Craig David Presents TS5 takes place on Sunday the 9th at Sublim Beach Club in the Playa Padrón and Laguna Village area of Estepona.
The event runs from 11 in the morning until 8 in the evening. Last entry is listed at 1:30, and the event is for adults aged 18 and over. That last entry time matters. This is not an event to approach as a casual late afternoon arrival.
TS5 combines Craig David's live vocals, DJing, and MC performance. The music moves through R&B, UK garage, house, and older anthems, so it sits somewhere between a live show, a DJ set, and a daytime beach club takeover.
And the physical venue is in Estepona. Some promotional material may use Marbella for regional recognition, but Sublim Beach Club is in the Playa Padrón and Laguna Village area of Estepona.
That makes it a very different closing weekend choice from Gypsy Kings in Fuengirola. One begins in the morning and carries through the day beside the sea. The other opens in the evening and builds toward a 10 o'clock concert inside Castillo Sohail.
Now let us move back along the coast for the faster city and club roundup. In Malaga City, on Saturday the 8th, the Salon Real at Gran Hotel Miramar hosts 2 Candlelight performances. The Hans Zimmer tribute begins at 7 in the evening. Coldplay versus Ed Sheeran follows at 9.
These are structured string quartet performances in a formal hotel salon, surrounded by candlelight. It is a deliberately intimate contrast with the large outdoor stages elsewhere in the province.
The performances are ticketed and separately scheduled, so the 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock programs should not be treated as one continuous concert.
On Friday the 7th, Zeze Pub in central Malaga hosts Manu Sonido y Los Sonideros. The music combines cumbia, ska, reggae, and electronic influence inside one of the city's long-standing live music rooms.
ZZ Pub is on Calle Tejón y Rodríguez, number 6. Doors normally open at 10 in the evening, and live music normally begins around 11:30. That is the venue's usual first set pattern rather than a published event-specific start, so allow flexibility.
This is the intimate alternative to the arena program. Instead of a distant stage and a large production, you are in a compact city venue where the energy of the band and audience share the same room.
For underground electronic music, Studio Club is physically in Torremolinos on Avenida Palma de Mallorca. Some listings group it under Malaga, but the venue itself is in Torremolinos.
On Friday the 7th, Mika Hegeman plays from 1 minute before midnight until 7 in the morning. Then on Saturday the 8th, Scream appears with SDK and Felipe Bravo from 1 minute before midnight until 6.
These are genuine overnight club sessions. They are not early evening concerts, and listeners should plan the full night and return journey accordingly rather than assuming ordinary coastal train services will still operate after the program ends.
Scream is especially interesting because his career connects different parts of UK club culture. He is strongly associated with dubstep, but his sets can also move through house and techno, which suits a late-night room built for a more dedicated electronic audience.
And finally, Malaga Forum presents Josue Rarujo and Obed Hernandez with Compota de Manana on Saturday the 8th into Sunday the 9th. The event runs from 7 in the evening until 2 in the morning.
This is an outdoor program bringing contemporary flamenco, Latin rhythm, and urban influence together across a long evening. It gives Malaga City another option between the formality of candlelight and the intensity of an underground club.
Malaga Forum is on Carretera de la Azucarera Intel Horse, number 7. Because it is outside the central historic nightlife cluster, the location should be part of the planning rather than an afterthought.
So this week, Torremolinos gives you free jazz in a public park and 2 very late electronic sessions. Malaga City moves between candlelight, live bands, and outdoor flamenco fusion. Fuengirola changes from food and music to electronic spectacle and then and Gypsy Kings. Marbella offers 5 nights inside the quarry at Starlite. And Estepona closes the week with Craig David TS5 as a daytime Sunday event.
The decision is not only which name you know, it is whether you want a public park, a quarry, a castle stage, a seafront arena, an intimate live music room, an overnight club, or a daytime beach club event.
For current admission details, final programs, and venue information, check the official organizer and visit malagaradio.net.
This has been Music and Nightlife this week from Malaga Radio, covering Monday the 3rd to Sunday the 9th of August.
Malaga Radio. Malaga Radio.